time now? It's 6 o'clock.
And bring me sunshine, it's taps off time.
Mid-July, and Scotland is having a heat wave.
And let's get the weather forecast now from Kirsty McDonald. It's going to be a scorcher, isn't it?
At the Saffron head office on the south side of Glasgow, things are also hotting up.
But obviously we need this for tomorrow morning. We've got a wedding.
Just to check for the Mendy, it's still 150 guests.
Hold the line for me, Ross, 1 minute. We've definitely not got a Mendy at Dior Park on Tuesday.
This is the busiest week of the season.
There is a Mendy, but it's not ours, I don't think.
It's not ours. Okay, so...
The only word to describe it is it's mental. It's crazy.
We need at least one per person.
One of 15 events in the diary this week is the wedding of 20-year-old Amani.
Just, you know, I'd wanted the hanging flowers, but I know you can't do them the way that you do them in Crown Plaza. So
The youngest bride on the agency's books.
Yeah, I'm not...
In charge of planning the fresh-faced students' nuptials is her aunt, Cherie,
I think you give her the option of either the mirrored one or the paisley pattern.
who has just as keen an eye for detail
So, the paisley pattern willing to charge.
as she does for a bargain.
I thought they were both the same price, and that's why you offered both of them. It's either or.
So go for the mirror
It's
then,
good
I think.
publicity. I mean, not many people have used that dance floor. When they see it,
Asians like to negotiate. Not even Asians, a lot of our clients all like to negotiate. Especially in the Asians, it's very inbuilt, so if they're not getting a discount or some money off, then they don't think they've got a good deal.
Hassan and his team are putting on not one, but 3 events for Amani's Muslim wedding extravaganza.
What is the colour scheme for the Mendy?
peacock colours. So I think it'll go well, and people will see it and they'll think, right.
Because we're doing sofas as well, so you either go for complimentary sofas or go for the complimentary dance floor. Need to pay for something, I'll give you something free.
She's left her job already. Maybe you should go back this weekend before the wedding.
Amani's been living with her aunt while studying in Glasgow, and Cherie is set on the very best for her beloved niece.
You know you want to, Hassan. Come on. This is it. Today's the final day. There'll be no more requests after this. The deal's signed and it's done. Go on.
Okay then, that's it then.
I hope it all goes well. See you later.
Deal of the century done, the stage is set for Amani to wed her very own Prince Charming, 23-year-old lawyer Essin from Eastern Bartonshire.
I met Amani a couple of years ago at a wedding, so it was us in kind of some traditional clothes there, and it was quite a fun time. I actually was friends with her sister's kind of friends. We got to know each other that way. We actually grew up 5 minutes from each other. We didn't know that though. Went to the same high school. We didn't know that at the time as well. And then obviously getting to know her, there's so many things that are she's just so funny, she's cheeky, she's beautiful. Getting married at a young age, quite exciting to be honest, because we're getting married young, so we kind of get experience like all of our 20s together, and we kind of grow as people together. I think if you ask anyone in my family, I was always the young kid at the weddings, wishing it was like my turn. Kind of dancing about, thinking, oh yeah, at my wedding I'll have this, this, this. But I didn't think it would happen this early, but if you meet the right person, then everything fell into place.
Luckily for this young groom, the wait to walk down the aisle is almost over. At Amani's aunt's house on the south side of Glasgow, the family are getting ready for her dolki ceremony.
Can't believe how calm it is at the moment.
Don't jinx it.
Which marks the start of the week-long festivities.
Dolki ceremony is literally just everybody getting together. It could be in a hall, it could be in a house, and it's just a sing-along. There'll be someone there that can play the dolkis, like a little drum, and they just hit the beat. People sing, they dance, it's a good time.
We set the dates 10 months ago, and I remember thinking, oh my God, 10 months to go, that's a long time. But now it's just flown in, and I just can't believe it. Like, I'm getting married, it just feels so surreal. But it's exciting as well. We've got a busy week. We have the talkie today, the nikah tomorrow, at Central Mosque, and then the Mendi on Wednesday, which we're all slightly stressed about. So today is slightly informal because it's at home, and it's just really a celebration of the start to the wedding shenanigans for the week.
While Saffron makes finishing touches to the decor, Aunt Cherie is in charge of food and entertainment.
Girls, can you just go upstairs to your room? It's too busy in here. I think I'm already about 2 hours behind schedule, but that's the norm for me. I don't do anything in time.
Hopefully all your friends know that.
Yeah, and my friends know that, so if they turn up in time, I'll be surprised. But I think I've got about half an hour to get my hair done, my makeup done, have the food all prepped.
The only ones ready on time are the kids.
Can't believe they're on the trampoline. You cannot be on the trampoline in your wedding clothes. You'll ruin your clothes. You'll be all sweaty. You'll be all sweaty. Well, they're jumping on the trampoline in their outfits. If you jump, they'll rip. You still get your hair done. You'll get sweaty as well.
Let me see, darling. Oh, you're so cute.
Okay, I give up. Off you go. I'm done. Put this salad in here just now. Why are you still here?
Because I need to get that.
We can't get rid of the boys.
Doki's kind of the fun part for women to do. I don't really see like Asian men sitting with the drums and singing songs to each other. It's just a women thing to do, really, in our culture. It's like saying, why is it men don't go to the Hindu? It's just like women. That's just kind of the way it's done.
It's a ladies only event, so you need to leave. Please leave, boys. The guests are arriving at 7:30. You need to go soon, okay? And it's nothing personal, it's just because it's a ladies' event. I am feeling the pressure, yes, you could say that.
One thing Aunt Cherie needn't worry about is lack of guests. The bride's family is full of women. Along with her older sister and sister-in-law, Amani has 4 aunts, 13 female cousins and 2 young nieces.
We're all very close to her, me, Cherie, my mum, and also my other aunts that are here as well. They've got kind of a special relationship with her.
I think in Asian families, the bonds are just so strong because you've grew up with them. I know in my family, I didn't have many friends. I had so many cousins who were my friends, my best friends, who are like sisters to me. So when one of them are getting married, I don't see all my cousins getting married. It's like a sister getting married.
How do you feel?
I'm a bit nervous, but I feel like everything looks so nice, so it's worked out well, but I'm just taking it all in just now.
Mum's going to stand in the corner and cry.
Oh, wow. I need to say hi to my mum. I've not said hi to her yet. She's not seen me.
Say hi quickly so she get ready.
Have you got red lipstick on her face? Do I look okay?
Yeah, you're my princess.
Okay, don't get us started.
She's made me cry.
It is the most emotional time for the bride's family. Even if she's moving down the street, you know, it's still emotional because that person, you know, you've lived with your daughter all your life and then she's going to be living separately. It's an extremely emotional time then for the family.
I feel really emotional. Like, obviously, I'm so happy to be marrying Essen, but it's just the fact that you have to, like, not leave your family, but your whole life changes. One day you're here with your family, and then the next day you're married, and you feel like you're just so, you've grown up and it's different.
Mani was always the baby of the group, and now the baby's getting married. She's going to turn 21 just after her wedding. And that's, for me, that's terrifying, because I think that's so young. But then when we look back kind of into just the generation above, my mum got married when she was 21, and her and my dad have one of the best relationships I've ever seen.
Just the way I thought everything happened. It was a surprise, but it's a lovely surprise because a nice boy, nice family, so we couldn't have wished for something better. She leaves on Friday. It's going to be very emotional. If it'll be very emotional.
The children
as well.
think that her and Essen are coming to live
To
with
stay
us.
with them, I know.
So they're like, oh, wonderful, is Essen moving in as well? I'm like, no, Amani's moving into Essen's house.
With the last of the guests arriving, it's time to get things started with a bang.
Do you know how to do a dolki, Shida?
So a dolki drum is literally, okay, how am I going to describe this? So a dolki drum is long, it's round, and it's a drum basically. That's what it is, like a rectangular version of a drum with round circles.
The songs at Dolki's can be really nice, lovely and romantic, and then some of them can be quite cheeky, which is the other reason why it's a ladies-only event, which is stuff that you wouldn't talk about really, you know, in front of like other people or other Asians, you know, but yeah, it all comes out in the songs, so it can be a really, really good laugh for the ladies that get together.
I have been so busy. I've been up since like, I think 7 on the go. I think I've had a banana, a yogurt and a glass of iron brew today. The nerves have settled a little bit, but now I'm starting to think about the fact that I'm getting married. It's crazy, but I'll be fine. I just think that it's the lead up that gets you the most, and then when you're there, you kind of have to feel like, okay, it's fine, just breathe.
And for the mother of the bride, the reality of her youngest leaving is starting to hit home. At the Saffron head office, it's another early start and a busy day ahead for the wedding planners and their team.
And how was Amani's dolki?
Yeah, I think it went really well. I think they were happy with it.
Yeah. Where's the nikah?
I'm not sure where it is. I think it's maybe in the mosque.
Mosque, yeah.
So the nikah ceremony is the official part of an Islamic wedding. This is where, obviously, the bride and groom are asked separately if they agree to the marriage, and if they do, then a contract is signed in the presence of 2 witnesses, and then they're Islamically married.
I actually wasn't present in mine. No, it was my dad. He signed up for me.
Oh,
yeah, I was at home getting ready. Huh? Is that legal?
I don't know. I don't think it is. I think as the bride, you're supposed to sign it yourself.
Don't say my marriage is void.
Alina!
Or maybe I signed it and then gave it to him to...
You probably signed it, Niels. He wouldn't sign it on your behalf. You have to sign it, unless he acted like you and signed it.
Obviously not with his beards this time.
Right, okay, so he would have been the witness and you would have had... There's no way.
I wasn't... See, at the time that they were there...
That's fine. He can bring the paper to you. You can sign it. And then he would go as a witness and then he would sign it.
Your dad would have signed it as a witness.
Yeah, that's what I've said.
I can't even remember signing it.
No, you would have signed 110%.
We were so excited that time and everything's just a daze and you just can't remember anything properly.
But I remember signing my papers. How could you forget signing your paper?
Obviously weren't as excited as Anila was.
Clearly.
Down the road in Glasgow's south side, Amani and her family have not long returned from her nikah at Central Mosque.
It was the nikah today, and basically we got there and it's segregated in the mosque. So downstairs is the boys and upstairs is the girls. And there was a prayer for the nikah, and then like they basically ask us in the question. It's like, not like I do, but like we say like Kabul hai. Basically, people are saying I held myself together, but at one point when I hugged like my friends and my sister, I just couldn't, and she was crying so much that she made me like...
No, I had something in my eye, that's what it was. And it's hay fever season.
She was like, I'm gonna miss you so much. Was that your eye as well?
I don't remember any of that.
Really? Okay.
Really fair skin, so it's gonna be very nice on you.
Yeah.
I'm too pale.
You've got nice feet too.
Thank you.
I think I hear my mum. Alina?
I hear my mother.
Has my mum been here for ages? She's been very quiet. It's not like her.
For a change.
Oh, look, it is. Mum, please don't start. Okay, don't start.
I'm getting my mehndi done tonight. It's gonna be fun trying not to smudge it.
Each and every bride wants to sparkle bright on their big day. And no wedding look is complete without bridal mehndi, also known as henna.
Henna is a really big thing with the Asian brides. It's something that we have put on the mehndi or the wedding, and there's a myth behind it that the darker your henna goes, the more your mother-in-law loves you. So if it doesn't go dark, I mean your mother-in-law doesn't like you, but that's just a myth.
My stain didn't stay long at all, but my mother-in-law really loves me. I know that, so it's not true.
The ancient body art, which dates back 9,000 years, has never been more in vogue. Henna artists like Amber Ali spend countless hours applying intricate designs to brides-to-be.
Traditionally, henna was very simple. All they would get done is like the round dot on the hand, filled in tips, and that's it.
So now it's just such a big...
Now it's a big thing. No one can get married without a beautician or a henna artist.
It's just as important as like the makeup artist now, I think, as well, as who's going to do your henna.
Today, she's experimenting on model and friend Kiran.
One of the trends are going for sequins and glitter. Nowadays, just so many different things, experimenting with different things and just to sparkle it up. You can never have too much glitter and sparkle.
We see something new on like social media, we'll be like, right, let's try it out and see how it looks. Before she gets to do it on her brides, I'm like, do it on me first.
Yeah, this is my go-to.
I think even outside of our culture, like people do, like they love it.
They do.
And they're kind of a bit more, I feel like they're more adventurous with it as well, getting it in like different unusual places and unusual designs and things.
I just done one 2 weeks ago down her shoulder. So she had like a tattoo picture and it was just roses and stuff and she wanted that down her shoulder here. So obviously when she's wearing her bikini and things, you can see it.
Yeah,
it's
you
not
did a really
just
nice back design as well, I think.
back designs, around the belly button. Just anything anyone wants, really. It doesn't have to be on the hands or feet. It's so personal as well with henna. People who are more simple and plain or like neutral kind of things, they get a really simple henna done. And people who just love the whole tradition and everything get full-on traditional henna, which is just right like this, full from the arm all the way down. No bit of skin showing, just totally covered.
But not every bride is hot on henna.
A lot of girls don't like having henna done. They don't like the smell, they don't like the process. But because it's their wedding, it's like not a wedding, you're not a bride if you don't have henna done, so they're still getting it done even though they don't like it.
I had a friend who didn't want it for her wedding because she just didn't like the smell, she didn't want the colour to fade, so she was like, I'm not getting it. And I think the day before, everyone managed to convince her, like, you don't look like a bride, because for her first event, she never had any on, and everybody was like, you don't even look like you're getting married. So she was like, fine, so under the pressure, she caved and got it done. But she was so glad she did. So I think even if you're not a fan, you do just end up doing it, probably because your mum tells you to.
Back in Glasgow, for blushing bride Amani, it's going to be a long night ahead.
Like bridal mehndi takes the longest. It's currently 10 o'clock and I don't think I'm going to go to bed till about 3 in the morning. And that's me being optimistic, to be honest.
Just not enough hours in the night, really. We need to do our last dance practice today. We need to get the seating plan done. We need to get songs sent to the... There's just a lot to do. So just do like table 1.
If we get a few hours sleep tonight, we'll be lucky. It'll be another late night for us, but it's fine. The makeup girls will be around tomorrow to cover up all the blemishes.
It's the day of Amani and Essen's joint mehndi.
I need the gold beads out the chef's van, please.
So a mehndi is usually the most fun event of all the events that take part in an Asian wedding. So it's just a time for your close friends and family just to have a night of singing and dancing and just amazing food and just let your hair down.
The wedding planners have just a few hours to transform the venue in Motherwell into a peacock-themed Bollywood dream.
Huh? No, give me 2 inside on the stage too.
Mehndis traditionally used to be separate, but we find now that if the bride and groom have had their nikah ceremony before the mehndi, then they are most likely to go ahead and have like a joint mehndi. I think it's just double the fun, double the laughter, and it's double the amazing food.
There's quite a lot of us in today because this mehndi quite big. Usually it's a smaller mehndi and a bigger wedding, but we've got 200 guests coming today. So myself's out, Hassan's out, Usman's out, and the rest of our team as well.
I'll probably stay as long as I can, but I will, because I was working till 3 o'clock yesterday morning, and then early again today. I've got an early start tomorrow as well, so I'm trying to get home for about midnight and rather than 3 o'clock.
Over at Aunt Cherie's, the bridal party is also hankering after a good night's kip.
We must have gone to sleep about 5 o'clock in the morning after we wanted to the henna girl must have left at about 4 a.m. because she was doing all the last family members and then my sister.
I have been stressed, but I hide it really well. We were just up talking for a while, and then I had to fall asleep with my henna on, and it was the hardest thing ever. I like sleep with my hands under my face, and before it's happened to me where I've got a henna print on my face, and I really don't know how to get it off, so I was like, I can't do this. I probably had about an hour of sleep, really, that's it, but the makeup's hiding it well, so.
I think it's stressful getting everyone dressed and ready and out to the event on time. We're not really worried about the event itself because that's why we have Saffron.
Sorry, 2 seconds. You better stop phoning me. What?
I think I very rarely lose my cool under pressure. I'm usually the one that tries to keep it together because everyone else is losing their cool. So yeah, I would say very rarely.
Hassan's not here. Phone Hassan. Don't phone me. So what do you want me to do? Okay, bye.
I can just imagine after me saying that, you're putting a shot of me losing my cool.
I think what's more stressful than the setup is the 1,100 phone calls you get from back in the office. Almost. Yeah, done. Just take that all to the back. Take the box to the back as well, please. Start putting the lights on when you come back. It is going okay. Just a tiny bit behind schedule.
Luckily for the wedding planners, the bridal party isn't exactly hot on timekeeping either.
What time is it, guys? I don't know what time it is. What time? I don't know what time it is. And I told her that you have.
It's time you got to watch.
What time is it?
Time you got to watch.
Quarter to 4? Yes.
I'm just
getting my clothes and getting Danny out, and I'm going straight to the hotel once I've got my kids.
You don't need to be ready by 4:30. She needs to be ready by.
You can be there with her. Right, Cherie's here, guys. I'll see you.
Well, whether you're ready or not, we are leaving when she's ready.
You can't move your head because the forms are very hot.
We have to leave in like an hour.
Zoe's gone out to buy her shoes.
From Silverburn?
Yeah, for the wedding.
Is she ready though?
No, she's still doing the hex makeup.
Days.
So Asian weddings they're never on time. They're never on time.
But then our family takes it to the next level of not being on time.
That is true.
Known for her tardiness is mother of the bride, Alina.
Oh, my future son-in-law's phoning. But the groom side is always punctual. But see, me and the bride, we're never on time, we're always late. And neither is Cherie and family.
Okay.
I don't like my makeup.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Mum, you look.
No, I'm not getting my makeup done.
Your hair looks very nice and your eyebrows look lovely. Nina, you look stunning.
No.
Yes, you do.
I don't, but it's what you feel. I think the boys and girls are lucky nowadays because it's different, although I had an arranged marriage. So what happened was my mum went to Pakistan 32 years ago, I've been married, and she was looking for 2 eligible bachelors, one for my younger sister and one for me. See, when it's arranged marriages, you sort of base, if you like, the look of them because you don't really get to know them. And so what happened was I said to him, yeah, it's not bad, but I didn't realise he was going to get his visa in 3 weeks. We had relatives over for another wedding. My dad's family was all over from New York. And they said to my dad that we can't come back, so can you do us a big favour and get your daughter married as quick as you can? And the quickest here is the registration takes 3 weeks. So I was to marry this man who I knew nothing about. But my mum liked him. She told me he was a nice boy.
Right now I'm supposed to get my hair done. It's like a frizzy mess right now. Sorry about that.
The baby looks beautiful. I know, I can't. I don't want to compliment her too much because I won't be able to hold
Every
my
time
tears
she
in.
sees me,
I know,
she just cries.
Get really emotional.
Mum, don't cry. Don't do that, Mum, because your makeup's gonna come.
Yeah, I know. I try not to, but.
Now over an hour behind schedule, bride Amani is finally in the hands of the hairstylist.
I'm already nervous, but I think, you know when you feel sick and it's because you've got like butterflies, that's how I feel right now. Too much? Or a wee bit too much. Oh God, Desi's calling me. I'm still getting my hair done. How long do you think this will take? Obviously not rushing you or anything, you're talking about a good hour. My hair's not going to be done for about an hour. It's fair enough being like, oh, why are you not on time? But obviously, like, a lot of my family were getting their stuff done and they're very indecisive. So I feel like they probably took longer than they should have. Yeah. I feel really bad for you.
The bride may still be far from ready, but over in Motherwell, the first of the 200 guests are about to descend.
Pressure's on, I've got 10 minutes. Katie, do you know where, Anas, where's the tape and scissors? Tape and scissors.
Guests are now arriving in dribs and drabs. We're just about ready for them. The hall is ready, and yeah, so not long now. It's 6:30, 6:40 now.
It's usually a mad dash, but we usually always get there in the end.
So today's kind of more fun, food, party, all leading up, kind of commencing into Friday, which will be just tears and crying. I've been having my wee cry in the car on the way up. I had it in the car today as well. I thought I'll let my wee tears out just now. Every time I listen to a sad song, man, I just keep thinking about my wee sister. It's weird.
Mani's still a baby for me, you know. I'm not really ready for her wedding. She's just a baby in the front, but this happened so quick, you know. Nice boy, nice family. And all my family says, just go for it. You know what I mean? Inshallah, everything go fine.
Mano was the luckiest girl, and Essen is the luckiest man alive to have Mano. I think she's ready to take on that responsibility, but with chores and everything, Mano is a very messy person. Her room always is...
a very clean person.
Essen's a very clean person. Essen was very clean, so I don't know how that's going to work, messy and clean.
I'm actually quite nervous just now, I don't know why. I thought it would be fine. So we're just waiting on the Amani coming, the bride, and the rest of my family somewhere, but don't know where.
With the groom suffering from a case of pre-Mendy jitters, to everyone's relief, Amani finally makes an appearance.
I'm an hour and a half late. I'm really nervous.
It's too early for this.
No, it's not. Oh my God. Right, okay. I think they're telling us to come for the pictures. Okay. We need to go.
Okay.
As the happy couple pose for a few quick snaps, unbeknownst to them, there's a hitch.
The canopy that we were going to bring Essen in underneath, all the boys, it isn't here.
Hey, what's happening with the canopy anyway? What do you mean?
The canopy's half an hour away. So they've not brought it from the warehouse, so we need to bring it from the warehouse so we can use it. So we need to wait.
Without the ornate floral canopy, the groom can't make his extravagant entrance.
The canopy isn't here, so it's going to be about another half an hour to get the canopy here. No, that's what I said to him as well. No, honest to God, I swear.
Where is Essen?
He's in a room.
What room?
He's not happy. Oh God. Right, okay, so half
the
an hour
bride and groom
definitely.
coming in
Is
together?
that maximum time, half an hour?
I'll double check, please.
Okay. If you can double check and give me a call, please.
I think with the amount of props and detail that's involved in events, when we're setting up, you know, you do usually have that last minute panic of whether you've forgotten a leg for a frame or you've just, you know, you've forgotten some part of some things.
What's the time now? What time is it?
Like 25 to 9.
Oh, so it is? I thought it was half 7.
Still not started yet. It was meant to start at 6.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest delays I've ever seen.
But I don't think it's our fault, is it?
No, it's not our fault, definitely
Like
not.
we're waiting on the canopy, which we've been getting told every 15, 20 minutes.
I got told 5 minutes, so I don't know. And I've set my family out for the entrance, and they're going to go mental when I tell them it's not here. Here comes my family. I need to go because they're going to go mental.
You better watch family on their way. Does anyone have any? Where's Hussin?
Is that what he said?
You better find
Where's Hussin?
We're going to bash you up in there.
It was a Pakistani 15 minutes. A Pakistani 15 minutes is usually about an hour and a half, so.
With the guests on the verge of revolt, the missing canopy finally arrives and normal service can resume.
What's this thing doing? Watch, can't see him.
Are we ready to go?
Wait, this side needs to be higher. It's too low.
Yeah, they're push it up the
Feeling very nervous.
Yeah, keep going, keep going.
Essen safely delivered, it's time for Amani to join him.
Of course, it's time for Amani's entrance now, and the clock is really ticking. Like, really conscious of the fact that it's 9:30 and we only have the venue until 12, max 12:30. What the? Can you hold my hand rather than the arm?
Hold your hand, alright, okay. Oh.
I feel really nervous right now. Just like overwhelmed with everything just now.
Everybody ready?
Yes.
Ready? Can I get a wheel?
Let's do this, you ready, darling? Let's do this.
See, when it comes to our Mendi ceremonies, it is like, it's crazy. Most of the time, there's loads of dancing involved. And the best part is the pre-planned dancing. The mums will dance and like the dads and like grannies. It's lovely when everybody gets involved as well, and it's good fun.
With the run-up to an Asian wedding, there's a lot of built-up energy, which usually is released on the dance floor at a Mendi, so things can get a bit wild sometimes.
As 200 hungry guests take a load off for dinner, the wedding planners are rushed off their feet.
Yeah, it's a busy time, and it's summer, so everyone wants to get married on the same day, practically. Been trying to work from here, and I'm a bit tired now, so why didn't you left? So can't wait to get home. We'll be here, I think, another 1 or 2 hours after the guests leave, at least. I think by 2:30, 3 o'clock we'll be out. Yeah.
Last night I think I maybe got about 5 hours sleep at the very, very most. Finished up here at 3 last night and we were back in here for about 12. So it was a hard day yesterday, hard day before, hard day the day before, and a hard day tomorrow. Sleep is just like non-existent. You'll find sometimes you're doing like 5, 6 events every single day in a row, and by the end of it you're just like, you're gone.
Have you ever been known to sleep on the job?
I've never done it, but I know someone that has. Hassan didn't get any sleep last night. Hassan has kind of fallen asleep there, even though he was trying to have his coffee and stay awake.
With the team dead on their feet, as if by divine intervention, the party comes to an abrupt halt.
Right guys, unfortunately that's all we have time for. Plus the fire alarms are going off as well. Well, as loud as you can, make some noise!
That's it over. It was fantastic. My nerves are a lot better now that the practice dance is over and we can actually relax. The pressure is off.
I'm literally going to sleep. If I can, I'm going to
Same.
try and sleep.
Same.
I'm so glad we had like a day's break in between.
It's a shame the fire alarm went off, but I'm not sure if that was maybe the
It's
hotel
because our
manager.
dancers were smoking. The fire alarm went off.
That's a good one, actually.
I need some water.
Another day, which for the wedding planners brings another raft of events. At their sprawling warehouse on the south side of Glasgow, it's all go.
In the summer season, it's always this busy. You have, I think, 8 or 9 functions between Friday and Sunday. We're getting ready to load the van, so we have extra bodies in to give the boys a hand. Generally, there's quite a buzz about the place. Tempers are rising a wee bit because we're getting under pressure. It gets pretty manic trying to find stuff at times. Sometimes it's stressful, like today. I have already had stuff ready for a function for 550 people, and they changed the tablecloth last minute today. Lucky it wasn't on a truck. We had to dig through a truck for it, but thank goodness for that, or we would be digging through a 7.5-ton lorry trying to get the tablecloths back and change them. So when I first came here, I hadn't actually been to an Asian wedding, and compared to a Western wedding, it was just so different. I couldn't believe like the stage, big walkways. The amount of food is just unbelievable. They don't drink alcohol, obviously, and still have an amazing time.
In the centre of town, after a late night and a few too many iron brews,
All go today as well, yeah. Did you enjoy it?
Cherie and Amani's other aunts are out in force to get the boys' outfits for the final and most spectacular event of the wedding. And the brief has a distinctly Scottish flavour.
We wanted all the boys and men in the family to wear the same outfits. Some of them have completely refused to wear kilts, and the boys have no choice because we've basically told them they're wearing kilts.
So if you want to see that...
Stand straight, stand straight, stand straight, that's better. I think we feel it's nice to represent Scotland as well as our Asian culture because we are Scottish Glaswegians, we're born here, brought up here.
It's good that they know a bit of both cultures, and it's nice when they merge together so you get a bit of the East and the West.
Right.
You wore a kilt at your other cousin's wedding, didn't you? You took it to Pakistan, and everybody loved it. So he's going to be wearing the Scottish National this time. So he's been through the McGregors, and he said McDonald kilt. He said quite a few different kilts, haven't you?
It's quite comfy for most how the kilts feel, I think. It's got nice materials.
But not everyone is feeling the look.
I'm not wearing it. You take your glasses off, it looks really nice. It looks nice.
You are wearing it? No, the boys are not wearing the trousers, they're wearing the kilts. Boys are now trying to change their outfits, and it's not happening. I mean, I know they look like grown adult men, but they are really like 16 years old, so we decide what they're doing.
We're putting a shorter skirt on you because you don't like. It gets Mr. Coolio.
Like your mini skirt.
It's embarrassing, and yeah, I don't. It's just I'm not in the mood. I just want to wear something like trousers or something like that, and I don't feel like it's sort of masculine or anything.
Is that because you're an Englishman, Miss Scottish, or really masculine?
No. Speak for yourself.
That's because you're an Englishman.
He calls it a skirt. He calls it a skirt.
It's a skirt. It's a skirt. I'm English, it's a skirt.
While you're in your motherland, Scotland, you wear what we tell you to wear, okay?
After a crazy week and very little sleep had by either the wedding planners or the wedding party, the final day of the week-long celebration is dawning, and this is the biggest day of all.
All that excitement's there. Oh, the wedding day's happening, everyone's getting ready, you know, they're going to the hall, they're seeing their family and friends. But, you know, at the end of that, That daughter's literally been given away, as in the daughter will start a new life.
That's fine there. Simon, bring yours down. No, down a wee bit. Down a wee bit. A bit more. A bit more. That's fine. Simon, bring it down.
By 6 p.m, this room needs to be ready to wow 500 very exacting wedding guests.
Because it is a larger wedding, the pressure is on in the morning, so everyone is all hands on deck. We've got the stage happening just now, we have the reception area being set up, we've got the room here being set up, so it can get quite stressful, and especially when members of the family are around and keep checking up on us. The guests are arriving at 6 o'clock. At the moment, it's just before 3.
Hi, did you get my text?
While Saffron make over the wedding space, in a suite upstairs, the bridal party is getting glammed up. But someone's feeling out of sorts.
I've got dry mouth, I'm stressed out.
Mum, give my mum some water.
Here.
Yeah. Mum, there's water there.
Can I drink some
water, please?
Bloody stressed out. She's stressed out.
It's okay, it's going to be fine.
Just get relaxed.
It's fine, Mum.
Like, why are you getting stressed out? Everything's going to be okay.
Everything's fine.
I know.
You're going to get your hair done.
You have to get your hair done.
And then you're going to get your makeup
everything's
done.
gonna
We've
get
still
done.
got 3-4 hours, it's fine.
Relax. You have to keep it together.
I look like a tramp. I look terrible. I never go out looking like this. I can't believe it. But you know, I never go out like this. I have my hair all done and my full makeup on. I can't believe. But I'm trying to hold. I don't think I'll be able to hold my tears back today because my baby. I know my baby's leaving. Although I'm very happy for her, I'm quite upset as well. She's special. I know, but I'm trying to.
Everyone crying now.
We still have like
The whole day to go. That's not going to stick.
Sorry for being so tearful. Just a mum, isn't it?
You need to stop talking. Can you stop holding on to me?
The wedding day is usually quite hard on the mother of the bride because it's one of them days that she's always carried with her throughout the years. You know, it's not just 2 years of planning, it's something that you plan from maybe from the day that she's born, you automatically start thinking about that day. And then when it's finally kind of time for the bride to move on with her new life, I think the mother's pain or her grief of kind of letting her daughter go is usually quite amplified, I think.
Across the hall, trying to get ready in peace, is bride Amani.
Every time I put food in my mouth, I just feel sick. I think I've just got, like, you know, butterflies. I just want everything to be okay and go well. Mohsin actually sent me some flowers to the room, which I thought was really cute. They're at the back of the room, and I think the card said, "Dear Amani, I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you."
Which will begin with a romantic honeymoon for 2.
Will this be the first time that you guys have been away together?
Yeah, they're not allowed.
Okay, Mum.
So wait, you would have never been allowed?
Yeah, of course,
Okay,
Mum. I'm
that's
sure
fine.
everyone knows that. So we're leaving for the Maldives tomorrow night, so that's exciting. And we're going to Barcelona as well. Have you heard of the whole, if your Mendy's dark, your mother-in-law loves you? Yep. It's actually, some of it's washed off a wee bit and it's still so dark because I'd had it on for a few days.
Have you got his name written on?
Yeah, can you find it?
Let me have a look. Let's see. Go behind it.
It's really small.
Whoever's done it's done a bloody good job. I can't see it.
Should I tell you?
Go on. Oh my goodness.
Essen.
Look, it's right on the tip. E-H-S-I-N.
Traditionally, the groom is supposed to find the name, his name in your hand, or his initial, and it's really to break the ice because I guess, like, back in the older days, marriages were super arranged. Like, my mum and dad, they met on the wedding day, and she just seen a picture of him, that was it. So I think that's what that was for, but I guess nowadays it's not really like that.
I think we'll be done in about 15 minutes,
It's
to be
okay,
honest.
we've got time.
But not much time, as Amani is due at Glasgow University for a photo shoot, where a princely Essen is waiting patiently for a Cinderella. And what a carriage they have to take them to the ball.
The wedding card of choice, that diamond encrusted Rolls Royce. Told it's got 4 million crystals on it. Lighting doesn't do it justice just now, but when the sun hits it, it'll look pretty epic.
For today's brides and grooms, making a big entrance is de rigueur. And often involves a fancy wedding rite.
I think flashy cars is quite a growing trend with a lot of grooms, especially in the day and age of Instagram. You're always trying to do one better.
Asif Ali is the proud owner of one of Glasgow's premier chauffeur services, which has ferried hundreds of happy couples on their big day.
I love cars. If you speak to anyone in my family, I've loved cars since I was a child. I've got about 60, 70 model cars. They were in my room, but when I got married, I was told that they had to go because it looked too much of a boys' room. When it comes to Asian weddings, everything has to be big. It has to be flash. They want the best, they want the biggest. So like the Rolls Royce and the Bentley, they're probably the most popular.
Asif's handsome fleet features the creme de la creme of the car world, from top-range Rolls Royces and state-of-the-art Bentleys to vintage classics and classy racers.
We've got, I think, about 4 BMWs in at the moment, and all the keys are the same. So you need to stand and unlock and see which one flashes and hope for the best.
Today's job is a Scottish-Pakistani wedding being held at Ayr Racecourse.
So the car we're in at the moment is the Rolls Royce Phantom. I've had this for about 6, 7 years now. It is a very expensive car. I don't think you can get anything better than a Rolls Royce. The new one they've just brought out, that's about $500,000 now. I am quite hands-on, but I think it's because this is my baby. I've built it up from scratch and I've always been hands-on. And when it comes to the cars, I'm a perfectionist. Everything has to be spot on. And when you're out doing one wedding, hopefully you come back with another 2 weddings. So it's all about, obviously, future business. The family have invited me in for some dinner. It's nice when people offer you in. I know a few people here, like the dole players, the camera guys, the DJs, the caterers, even some other people that have done their weddings in the past as well. Normally I'll probably be waiting maybe 6, 7 hours at least. It could be a little longer, it just depends on how long they take. 12, 13 hours later, you're still sitting there thinking, right, when do we go home? Asian weddings never run on times.
Up on a hill overlooking Glasgow, bride Amani has arrived for the photo shoot, but she's not the one blushing.
Too shy, man, can't look at her.
Why?
No, just a bit shy at the moment, I think. I don't know why. Don't think I'd be like that.
You feeling nervous?
Yeah, don't know why.
Okay, Esther, ready? Please.
Why are you scared to look at me?
Don't know why.
Why? That's so cute.
Wedding photos they're such a huge deal. And I always find it funny because I don't really, for something that you're not going to look back at that much, there's a lot of importance given to them. Especially now because you're sharing so much on social media, you know, you want them to be just right, to make sure you've got the perfect 9 pictures for your grid post on Instagram. So yeah, a huge importance on them.
Photo album in the can. The couple need to hot-foot it to the venue, where their guests are ready and waiting.
It's not 10 to 8, is it? Is it actually 10 to 8? It was meant to start at like 6, so yeah, I've got a schedule which is totally not working out. So yeah, I think it's like the Mendy all over again. I just feel sorry for the non-Asian guests that aren't used to it. I was trying to explain to them, like, I'm so sorry it's running late.
One thing I do notice is if you invite a European guest on an invitation, and we tell this to all our people, all our clients. So if you're telling your guests at 1 o'clock arrival, a European guest there at 12:30 or 12 sometimes. So they're half an hour earlier than the actual stated time. So European time is actually going ahead of time.
And then there's Saffron time.
Very last minute delivery.
final square of artificial grass expertly positioned, the lavish stage is now set for the wedding of Amani and Essen.
That's him coming now.
An Asian groom's arrival at the wedding is usually quite a spectacle. You know, you've got the drums playing, sometimes you'll throw like a bagpiper or a saxophonist into the mix. And then you've got guys and the girls all just dancing up and creating quite a lot of attention around it. So it's usually quite loud, quite fun.
We're just going to take her inside to the stage and hand over to the Essen. You can look after her.
The bride's arrival is usually more of a sad occasion, I would say. Ultimately, you know, the family are giving the bride away to her new family, so it can be quite sombre. So usually the bride will have like her dad, and it can be quite a sad one in comparison to the groom's entrance, which is nice and loud.
Mum and dad will be giving away their daughter to another family. They love their daughter, but they have to part with their daughter. And then this love goes to another person, and may Allah create more love between them. It brings families together.
Two families now one. A celebratory feast for 500 is served.
This is it, busy just now, so we're just getting all the tables served. So we're at it just now, and then you can take it out. It's great.
It's great. The only bad thing was the queue, but I understand the queue because the food was so nice.
Yeah, everybody's been saying, oh, it's a beautiful event, we like the decor, it's fantastic, you've done well. So far, so good. We've been getting lots of compliments and everything.
But as the clock races closer to midnight, the mood begins to change.
It's kind of weird now because I'm kind of thinking about the end of the night, so it's getting closer and closer to when she has to go. Because we were listening to when the priest was giving the speech, and he was talking about how one family has to give their daughter away to someone else, so that was quite sad. So I think I'm just I'm having less fun now because it's getting to that time.
There's going to be a lot of tears now because when she's leaving, it's called the Ruxati. I think everybody will be crying. It'll be quite emotional.
With the ceremony drawing to a close, it's time for Amani's family to say goodbye.
And then you see the moods, it goes down and the music doesn't help either. There's always that sad track that gets played and it's like, oh, here we go.
For mum, for dad, for brothers and sisters, especially the wedding day, it's a difficult time. There's a lot of tears, there's a lot of emotion. It's bittersweet. There is a lot of sadness with it. But that's kind of it. She's leaving and she's left and she's gone.
saying goodbye was harder than I thought it would be. I know he'll look after her and he'll treat her well, but it is really hard. Family are so close, we all kind of stay together and we're always together, all see each other all the time, so it's hard, man. It's hard seeing my mum. It was actually really hard seeing my dad cry. I've only seen my dad cry once, and that was when his mother passed away. As long as she's happy, that's all that matters.
I feel quite empty as part of me's gone. I'm happy for her as well because she's gone to start a new beginning, a new life. And I'm lucky she's in Glasgow. I'd rather have her stay here than go far away. I don't think I could face the fact of my children living far away.
And everybody put our feet up and relax. I'm going to take my shoes off.
We're all running off to Stobo Castle for a girly weekend for a spa break.
We're done. Seeing us for the next week.
We're leaving the men behind.
We're hibernating.